Most people still think YouTube is just for views, just another platform for entertainment. But what they don't realize is some of these smartest creators are quietly using YouTube to build entire businesses that pay them every single month. And the difference isn't talent or even subscribers, it's how their channel is designed. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a 5-star YouTube channel, one that doesn't just get attention, but actually turns your skills, your knowledge, or even your interest into a real income stream in the next 30 days. I've spent the last 2 years studying and breaking down high-performing channels, and after analyzing what actually works across different niches and even using it myself, I broke it down into a simple 5-step structure that if you follow along with throughout the rest of this video will give you leverage and opportunity for the rest of your life. The first step is finding your money skill. Before we get to the real secrets behind designing a true 5-star YouTube channel, we need a solid foundation to actually build the channel on. We need to create an offer for your money skill. This is a skill that can genuinely solve problems and might even be something you enjoy. In order for a skill to become valuable, it needs to solve at least one of these things off this list. 1, it solves a painful problem. 2, it saves time. 3, it makes money. And 4, it improves status. A physical transformation, career advancement, social presence. People pay a premium to look and feel better. What I offer solves a painful problem. Someone can't figure out why their business offer feels invisible. I help them get noticed through YouTube. It saves them time because instead of spending the next 5 years on a broken business model, I literally help them create and scale an improved one from scratch in just 30 days. It makes them money because their offer gets noticed by the right 4 to 5 people, and suddenly they add 10K plus a month to their revenue. And it improves status because they are left with a leveraged brand that brings status to their name. Finding your skill that covers one or more of these problems will bring insane opportunities if you can angle it correctly. Maybe you are an athlete with heavy discipline, performance, and training systems. Maybe you are a video editor who understands content, retention, and visual storytelling. Or a coder who can build automation, SaaS tools, and systems that save businesses thousands of hours. Whatever your skill is, angle it around how it can solve real problems in the real world. Okay, we got our skill. Now here's where it gets interesting, because now we have 2 paths we can realistically go down to monetize this skill. Path A, you offer a done-for-you service. This is where you do the work and the client gets the result. Very simple. With this path, it is the fastest route to cash. The ROI is clear and immediate. Clients can see exactly what they are paying for. But if you just make the mistake of selling a task, that's boring and loses value. So you need to sell an outcome. I edit videos is a task. I turn your long-form content into a YouTube channel that brings in clients every month. Now that's an outcome. That's where your value comes in. Path B takes a different approach. Consulting or coaching. You teach the skill, the client does part of the work, and you guide the entire process. With this path, you are more focused on leverage. You have higher margins, you aren't trading your time for money, and you build authority in your space. Maybe you coach athletes training for the Ironman with performance systems, or you teach founders how to grow on YouTube. But this is important. In 2026, you can't just sell courses or information. Anyone can use AI to get all the information they need. Where your valued leverage actually comes in is your ability to offer personalized plans for each client and being able to guide them through the entire process. Both of these paths offer benefits in different ways. Once you choose your desired path, we can move on to the fun part, building your offer. Look, I know this is a lot of information in just the first chapter, but please bear with me because it is all going to be so worth it. For whichever path you chose, your finalized offer needs 4 things. It needs a target audience, a clear outcome, a specific timeline, and a delivery mechanism. If you are a fitness coach training athletes for the Ironman, your offer could look something like, I help ambitious athletes become Ironman ready in 180 days with my proven training program. You have a target audience, a clear result with a clear time frame, and a delivery mechanism fit for YouTube conversions. This offer has clarity, and clarity is crucial for offers because it removes any unnecessary friction. Following an offer format like this is how you can build your offer in under 5 minutes. Okay, the last thing I need to talk about before moving on to the fun YouTube stuff is pricing. This is an issue I see people have all the time. and it hurts the ratio of good quality clients. The problem is underpricing yourself. Some people think cheap equals more customers, easier sales, and less friction because it's competitive. The truth is, it's the opposite. When you charge $200 for a service easily worth 10 times that, you attract people who aren't committed, who nickel and dime every deliverable and won't do the work. But when you charge $3, $4, even upwards of $10,000 for your offer, you attract people who are serious, who show up and actually get results. But I know, charging those prices is scary at first. But think about it. If I could help you make $10,000, why wouldn't this be worth $2,000? Anchor the value before you name the price. You just need to have trust in it and have confidence in your offer. You are so much more valuable than you realize. Now that we have our high-ticket offer to build on, we can start working on the content. But first, there is a huge misunderstanding when it comes to posting content on YouTube. Most people think YouTube is just about views, about going viral. But what they don't realize is YouTube is the best at two things: distribution and trust. Your channel is not there for entertainment. It is a 24/7 sales team that works while you sleep, that reaches your ideal client before they ever speak to you, and builds so much trust that when they do finally book a call, the sale is already done. When you compare YouTube to platforms like Instagram and TikTok, these platforms promote fast, short-lived attention that fizzles out in just a week or two. But YouTube will compound your videos after every post. You need to remember you are not a creator. You are an entrepreneur. The content is just how you prove it. With this new knowledge unlocked, what does real beneficial content look like for your offer? Well, if you just post content that you think is good, your videos will fail. So instead, you should be making content that specifically solves the problems of your ideal client. Take this video you are watching right now, for example. I am showing you the complete process starting from your offer all the way to a scaled business. This then matches my target audience because I want people who are curious about how to get into the YouTube game. You already have your ideal client from when we built your offer. Now, we just need the right content. But remember, you are not a creator. You are an entrepreneur. If your goal is to make money from YouTube, your content should only do one thing: pre-sell your offer. The best type of content you should be making are VSLs, or video sales letters. These videos are literally selling for you. They're breaking down problems, agitating pain points, and showing a clear path to a solution. And there's really only one particular format you should be focusing on. How-to videos are the easiest yet most powerful videos you can make because it literally forces you to angle your video around a specific problem. Having how-to in your title is almost like making a promise. It tells your viewers, I understand your exact problem and I can solve it. And when you stack enough of those, you become the go-to authority in your industry. So instead of posting ideas like my thoughts on business, or a day in my life, or even motivation for entrepreneurs, you shift into this: how to get your first client using YouTube, how to turn your skill into a 2K a month offer, and how to build a personal brand that actually makes money. Do you see the difference? One gets views, the other gets clients. Okay, now I'm going to show you something really cool. This is a technique I use to repeatedly make high quality VSLs that don't just feel boring. First, I want you to make a list of how-to videos that solve very valuable problems. Keep them basic for now. Then I want you to find some outlier video ideas and literally mix the two of them together. For example, in my last video, I talked about the attention economy and how you can get in on this scarce resource, which was an amazing video, by the way. Anyways, I took what could have been a very boring angled video that would have got me a few clients and turned it into a staple video on my channel. Then you have this video you are watching right now. What could have been a video titled How to Make a Great YouTube Channel has been replaced with how to create a 5-star YouTube channel to make you rich. Those small differences can help you elevate your videos and help you stand out in your industry. And if you do this consistently, something crazy starts to happen. Your channel stops feeling like content and starts feeling like a funnel. Every video becomes an entry point. Every viewer becomes a potential client. And every upload builds more leverage for you over time. Now that we have the basics of what a 5-star channel actually needs, now it's time to make it look like a 5-star channel. We are talking about the packaging of your YouTube channel that elevates your brand even more. Your banner, your profile picture, your thumbnails. All of these visual elements aren't for just aesthetics, even though it is very aesthetically pleasing. Instead, it helps us create trust almost instantly. But before we get into building up the packaging for your channel, we need to decide your brand colors so that we can incorporate it throughout the rest of your channel. Mine are light blue and yellow, very symbolic of the show. Yours can really be any color you want. So once you have your brand defining colors, we can move on to the 3 visual aspects that take a 1-star channel and turn it into a 5-star channel. For your banner, think of this as your channel's billboard. You need to answer what you do and who you do it for. My banner has my brand's colors with text reading, "Build your dream business with YouTube." Very simple. Some other cool ideas are from Matt Gray, Trey Converts, and Alex Ramosi. Just pick a design style and go for it. Now we have our profile picture. Just take your face and put it on your brand colors. Okay, now we have the most crucial visual element, your thumbnails. These don't have to be complicated. In fact, I actually recommend you keep them simple. All you need for high click-through rate thumbnails is 1 to 3 subjects, an open loop that sparks curiosity, have it match well with your titles, and maintain the same brand colors throughout every video. All of these things are simple, but again, if we want a true 5-star YouTube channel, we have to make it fit the visual description of one. Maintaining a high level of quality consistently will leave you burned out in just a month if you don't have the right systems to handle it. I was in this position not even 2 to 3 months ago. I would record whenever I had a video idea I liked. I would take days, sometimes even weeks to script a video, and even longer to actually edit it. I was left mentally exhausted and with no results. That was until I sat down and really locked in a true system to handle a premium YouTube channel by myself, working 3 to 4 hours a day. See, what I learned was every time you sit down to record content, you pay a massive switching cost. You have to set up your camera, get into the right mental space, and enthusiastically read off a script. This amount of friction is killing any momentum you would have had otherwise. So here's how to go about content instead. The key is to schedule dedicated batching days. What I do is sit down at my desk with my list of video ideas, titles, and even intros scripted for the month. I select 2 to 3 of the strongest ideas, get a rough blueprint laid out for the videos. What's the viewer's goal? What's my goal? What's the deeper problem I'm trying to solve here? Then, once that's figured out, I schedule individual sessions to batch fully completed scripts for each video to prepare them for filming. The goal here is to maintain well thought out videos that actually serve a purpose, instead of publishing videos that are made for just the sake of being consistent. You only have to enter scripting mode once a month. You only record videos once. And I'm eliminating any possible friction that promotes burnout, or even just completely avoiding it altogether. That's the power of real YouTube systems. By now, you have the knowledge to create a true 5-star YouTube channel. But if you want to scale this into an empire in your industry, you need a fresh, new perspective. If your offer is $2,000 per month, with just 5 of the right kind of viewers you converted into clients, you are already at $10,000 per month. And that perspective soothes the fear that you need to go completely viral to scale this offer. After 30 to 90 days, once you've gotten your first bit of traction and you do get your first 3 to 5 customers from your YouTube channel, now it's time to get into the scaling mentality. There are 3 stages to follow to reinvest and build this business. When it comes to content, the most time-consuming part without a doubt is editing, so your first hire should absolutely be an editor. This alone will save you at least 20 hours per month. The next step, and I know it's going to sound scary, is to raise your prices. As you get more involved in this space and improve your craft, scarcity of your time means premium pricing is justified. As demand grows for your product, your rates should grow as well. The third stage is building a lean, talented team. You need an editor, possibly a closer, and maybe even an operations person. You become the face of the brand and offer, but now you are able to scale cleanly while still keeping high profit margins. Something I really want to make clear to everyone watching this video is that you all have a valuable modern skill that people will pay real money for. A skill that you have years of experience in that puts you above everyone else in your industry, yet you are still invisible. I just laid the 5-step process from building or even improving your offer all the way to scaling a complete YouTube business. The only thing left is execution.